Welcome to DragonSpiracy, the Royal Dragon Court. Today we discuss giants and how they may be still alive today. So let's begin. There were giants in the earth in those days. So begins Genesis 6:4, a haunting biblical passage. This ancient text hints at beings beyond our understanding. These were the Nephilim, born of the sons of God and the daughters of men, a controversial lineage. Their existence was a crime against heaven, a forbidden love birthing a hybrid race. Religion remembered them as abominations, figures of immense power. Myth cast them as titans and monsters, beings of immense strength. But science often dismisses them as a genetic accident, a biological anomaly. What if they were real, a lineage of humanity that never disappeared? In Genesis, giants are introduced suddenly, just before the flood. But the apocryphal book of Enoch deepens their origin story. Here, the Watchers, powerful angels, descended to earth, lusting after mortal women. This forbidden union fathered the Nephilim, children of terrifying size and insatiable appetite. These half-breeds consumed the world and spread violence, corrupting bloodlines. So, God sent the deluge to wipe them away, a divine judgment. The Dead Sea Scrolls Book of Giants further solidifies this narrative. The Book of Jubilees repeats the warning: giants were born of transgression, their destruction divinely ordained. Religion demonized them, yet myths worldwide tell similar stories, not always a sin. The Greeks told of the Titans, vast primordial beings who warred against the Olympians. The Norse remembered the Jötnar, chaotic giants who even intermarried with gods. Across cultures, giants live at the edge of the world, neither fully human nor divine. They are liminal, hybrid, dangerous, yet woven into human storytelling. Archaeology, too, speaks of giants uncovering unusually large hominids. Cro-Magnon, early modern humans, stood tall and long-limbed, many over 6 feet. Homo heidelbergensis, a robust ancestor, reached 6 feet 7 with massive skulls. Neanderthals, though shorter, were so strong and dense they seemed enormous to lighter sapiens. Denisovans left traces of unusual size in their descendants, people of the Himalayas and Melanesia. In Asia, Gigantopithecus, a 10'8", may have seeded myths of Bigfoot and the Yeti. To prehistoric humans, encounters with these beings would have felt like meeting the Nephilim. And when hybrid children were born, they carried the blood of giants forward into us. Thousands of years later, giants walked among us again, not in myth, but in flesh. Charles Byrne, the Irish giant, rose to 7'7". Edouard Beaupré, the willow bunch giant, grew to 8 feet 3, strong enough to lift horses. Anna Swan, nearly 8 feet tall, married Martin Bates, another giant, becoming the giant couple. Angus MacAskill, a natural giant at 7'9", was famed for his strength and gentle character. These men and women were paraded in circuses, curiosities for the public eye. Medicine dissected them, seeking causes for their extraordinary growth. To ordinary people, seeing them was like seeing myths made real, Goliath reborn, the Nephilim still alive. Science insists these were victims of disease, conditions like gigantism and acromegaly. These conditions are often caused by pituitary gland tumors, leading to excessive growth hormone. Byrne's skeleton was studied after death, and in 2011 his DNA was sequenced. The verdict: a mutation in the AIP gene, an accident, an error of nature. But there is another way to read this. Byrne's mutation has been traced back over 2,500 years. It is still present in families in Northern Ireland today, suggesting a persistent genetic trait. This is not random, it is lineage. What if so-called mutations are resurfacing ancient genes? Echoes of Cro-Magnon and heidelbergensis, undiluted strains preserved by inbreeding in isolated clans. When those genes manifest, we see a giant, not a tumor, but a throwback to an earlier form. Religion told us giants were sinful, a transgression against divine order. Science tells us they are sick, a medical anomaly to be studied. Both distort the truth, stripping away memory, simplifying a complex reality. But the myths refuse to die. The Nephilim, The Titans, the Fomorians, they were not fantasy. They were the living memory of humanity's hybrid past, a testament to ancient intermingling. And the circus giants of the 19th century were not mistakes, but living testimony that giant blood still flows in our veins. Giants walked the earth. They were born of forbidden love, remembered as monsters and dismissed as errors. But they were real, and in the genes of a few families, they are still with us, a hidden legacy. What religion condemned in science dismisses maybe the same thing, the last surviving fragments of a forgotten species. If you have enjoyed this video, visit the Royal Dragon Court for further discussion on secret hidden knowledge. You will find more information about the start of human creation in the Royal Dragon Court, inbred Britain by Abbé de Vere. The Dragon Legacy and the Dragon Seed. Nicholas de Vere explores topics such as the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, Lilith and Tiamat, ancient gods, Grail bloodlines. So much information has been hidden from you. Here we expose the truth, allowing you to take back your sovereignty. You have been watching DragonSpiracy, the Royal Dragon Court.